Howdy y'all, what is up? So today I'm going to be doing another estate sale vintage haul for you guys to go over things that I've purchased from November 11th till now, which it's November 24th. I haven't purchased anything during the week, like the work week. Obviously I've been working, but I did purchase some things this past weekend. So I'm not going to go over every single item that I purchased throughout these couple of weeks because I purchased a lot, like a lot. So I'm gonna go over a couple of estate sales, and by a couple I mean like 8 or 9, and go through the more easily accessible items because some things are a little bit too big or too heavy or too much of for me to be able to show. So I'm just gonna go over a few things. The first estate sale I'm going to talk about was in Fountain Valley, and the first item I picked up there was a set of china, which is this fine china starburst design. So the actual design is Romance of the Stars by Fine Arts Fine China, made in the USA. I just butchered that, but this is the design. It has like the little starburst black and white design, and it actually was a set of 36 pieces. The rest are in this cabinet here on display, and this was a very unique find because these are very rare and hard to find, but I did pick that up. And along with it I picked up some TV snack trays, these metal tin trays. I purchased, I believe, 7 of these daisy print and also 7 of this gardenia print. So I actually had kept my eye on these for quite a while. I'd seen them at other estate sales, but they always got snatched up before I could get them. And this time I was able to get them myself. I believe they came out to $2 a piece. The next item I picked up was this Tupperware Egg Holder, which is kind of random, but it's for deviled eggs, and I've seen this online before, so it wasn't something that I've been like eyeing myself. I've actually never had or made deviled eggs, but I'm tempted to make some and try this thing out. It does have the lid. It's a clear lid that goes on top, and these little egg trays pop out and just sit in there to hold the eggs in place. And I believe this was very much used during the 70s for dinner parties or like lunch parties where someone would take an appetizer or something to a party. And the last thing I'll go over from that sale were these 2 oven mitts. So it's 2 of them. I'm not sure if these came as a pair or as 2 singles. I actually haven't been able to find many like it and can't really find too much information on it, but it is by the Corningware company, and it's the L'Echalote. I'm probably butchering that, but that's the style that is showing here. So this print is a Corningware print that you can see in a lot of dishes, and it means the shallot. So I picked up these 2 for $2. I also picked up a knit blanket, but that's downstairs and I really don't want to go and get it. So I'm just going to move on to the next sale. All right, y'all, so at the second estate sale is where I purchased a lot of things. I would say it's tied between this sale and another sale where I purchased way too much, honestly, way too much. But they were great deals, so I could not just, show up, see the deals, and walk away. I couldn't do that. But the first items that I picked up, so a lot of this stuff I'm not actually going to pick up and show because it's, like I said, either too heavy, too much of it, or it's just not accessible right now because I have everything stored in bins that I need to then take out, photograph each item, list online, and whatnot. So all of that is pretty much put away, but I only grabbed a few of the pieces that I have. So the first 2 things actually that I purchased are 2 primary Pyrex sets, and I'll be inserting pictures if I can of what I'm talking about. So I picked up 2 of them that have all 4 bowls, and they also each came with 2 Hazel Atlas light blue bowls. It was very windy out. It sounds kind of scary. Anywho, it came with 2 Hazel Atlas bowls, not bows, that don't go with the set, but they were trying to say that the estate sale seller was trying to say that they went together and it was a rare piece, which it's not, but they are sort of rare. There is a market for them, so I'm going to be listing them separately. And then I also picked up a Pyrex Stack and Snack stripe bowl set. It is missing the little wooden piece to put the dip on the chip bowl, but I think that can be easily found or easily made. It's just like a little wooden insert. I'm looking at my list and I put that I picked up 2 wheat pieces, but I'm pretty sure it was these 3 that came as a set for $12, which is a steal. I already have this darker like burnt orange one and this size in the same burnt orange color. So what I learned is that they used to be sold in a mixed set like this, where the largest bowl, which I don't have, is also this color and the colors interchange, or you could buy the single pieces of this burnt orange and make a set with all the burnt orange, but those were sold separately. And I have now 2 of the burnt orange in these sizes, plus this one and these, so I have 5 pieces of the wheat. And like I said, it came out to $12 for these. And then I also picked up this Blue Daisy. I'm not sure what the exact name is. I think it's Blue Daisy. Not sure. I can look it up. But picked this guy up as well. And the last Pyrex piece was a yellow Friggy, the largest piece of a Friggy set. And it does not have dishwasher. It does have the lid with it as well. So that was a really awesome find that I'll probably be keeping for my collection or to find the other pieces that go with it before I list it for sale. These I might sell just as is, without making a full set, so we'll see. At this sale, I also bought a ton of uranium glass. I really can't show all of it because it's all in one bin with other uranium glass pieces that I have, but I would say I purchased maybe 12 to 15 pieces. And my favorite one is a giant like mixing bowl that is a Dooney and Burke brand uranium mixing bowl that has like a double pour spout. Somebody else at that estate sale was actually aware that I was looking for uranium glass. He found that outside in like the garden area where they had tables set up with other glassware, brought it in and gave it to me so that I could purchase it because it was a really cool find and he wasn't interested in buying it this time. So I picked that up. At this sale, I also purchased some really cool mugs by the Morton Salt brand. I think they were made in the 90s as like a promotional piece. And I had them throw in a metal tin can. I thought it was behind me, but it's not. And then I purchased these little napkins. I think they're dining napkins for like a breakfast table, but they have different jam or jelly designs on them. They're all just plain white. Let me open one up. They're all plain white like this, but they have the day of the week here at the bottom and the type of jam or jelly that's on there. So this one is grape, this one is strawberry, then there's raspberry, peach preserve, blackberry jam, blueberry jam, and the last one, apple butter. So these were really cute. I'm not really sure what you do with them and why they have like a different day of the week on them, but I thought they were really cute. And then the last few things that I picked up were party supplies, vintage party supplies, which I rarely come across in the original packaging, but I thought they were cool. And the total of all of the party supplies that I'll be showing was 60 cents. So the first thing is this set of like cocktail napkins, and I love this print just for my personal collection. Is this gonna be like a collectible? No, but I love the colors. I love very 70s, 60s, 70s retro stuff, so I loved this. And then I also picked up what I believe is like a complete set of plates and napkins and like a table setting. I'm not sure if they are or not. I haven't quite looked at it, but it's this Hallmark brand plate set. It's paper plates. These are the 7-inch paper plates, and these are the 9-inch paper plates with the same little print on them. And I believe, so originally they were 95 and 80 cents for these, but like I said, I got 60 cents for everything, including this set of napkins as well, which is not Hallmark brand, but it's kind of like the same style and color palette, you know? You see it? So I think they could go together. And then this Hallmark table setting. So I think this is a set with the little plates. I'm not certain, but again, oh yeah, I think it is. It has the same little flower print on the edge. So this was a cute little set that I found, and I'll probably be listing that on Etsy as well. I don't really have a use for them. And the last item that I picked up, which I'm not too sure how old it is. I actually remember these from like my childhood, so it's probably 90s. This coloring like cloth map thing, and it says it's a wipe away coloring cloth, so I'm not sure if you can color on it, wipe it off, and then you can color again, but it's the Flintstones. So at this next sale, it was kind of a bit of a fail. Hi Mona. I see her coming up the stairs. So when I went there, I picked up this Pyrex juice carafe. I think I'm saying that right. And also this cookbook, but sadly this cookbook is water damaged. I did not realize that while I was at the estate sale, but if you can see, the pages are all crinkled and they were stuck together and stuff. So this one was a fail because I did end up buying these two items as well as some Tupperware spoons that I put away, like measuring spoons, and also a set of 4 tall candles that are also put away. They're a little bit too high for me to reach right now. So total I paid $10 there, but taking into consideration that I'm not going to be able to sell this book, I am pretty much eating the cost of that. And that sale was in La Habra, California. I didn't mention where the others were, I don't think. That was La Habra. This next sale was in Pomona, and it was an 8 a.m. sale that I actually had driven out that area for so that I could attend a 9 a.m. sale, but because I got there early, I was able to get my spot in line and go to this sale, which again was Pomona. And I picked up this ashtray. It's a like 1970s vintage ashtray. It does have crazing on it, which is customary for a lot of items, especially this old. And when you put heat on it, it's likelier to craze a bit more. But I did list this on my Etsy already. And one of my favorite finds there was this little puppy dog glasses holder. I didn't bring my glasses to place, but you essentially put your glasses on the nose of the puppy dog, and I had already listed this on Etsy and a friend of mine purchased it, but I'm holding on to it so I could give it to her in person. And then I did purchase these 2 coffee carafes that are both by the Pyrex brand, and I'm not entirely sure, are these lids backwards? I think so. I'm not sure which lid goes on which. I'll have to do research to check and see, but I purchased both of these at that sale as well. And along with it, this tiny little book that is like a Peanuts book. This 70s cardboard box that I'll just use to hold other things that I purchased to sell. I got this illustrated cookbook by The Good Housekeeping. It's, I think, newer. Let me check the year it was published. Yeah, so this specific one is from the 1980s, which is newer than all of the other ones that I have, but I liked that it does have a lot of illustrations in it. Okay, I'm struggling, but it does have a lot of illustrations throughout the book as far as like what cooking utensils you used or what the finished meal should look like, so I liked that. And I believe the last item I picked up there, I did pick up a uranium glass flower frog, but I have that put away. And I got a garlic press that's down in the kitchen. I'm not going to go down there to get it, but it's just a regular like metal garlic press. And the last item that I got was this game. It's a rubber quoits set. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but essentially it's kind of like a game of horseshoe where it has the base and then it has the wooden like peg thing that I am struggling. I can't do that. Okay, so this would go in there and then you would throw the ring to essentially land into the peg. You know, terrible demonstration, but I'm sure you guys get it. So the total that I spent at this sale for my items, I did pick up some things for the boyfriend, was $19, so including everything that I showed and a few things that I didn't. Mona decided to join me here. So I'm going to talk about the next sale that I went to, which was in San Dimas. It was really close by the Pomona one that I just talked about, and this is the one we actually intended to go to. So the boyfriend and I both met up there because I only wanted to go to these two sales and then come home, and he ended up going to other sales after. So at this sale, I did pick up a lot of uranium glass, a lot of mugs that I cannot show. Again, they're put away, sorry, but I'll take pictures and I'll post them. And the first piece that I got is this Italian Murano glass centerpiece bowl that has copper flecks inside, and this is also uranium glass, so it does glow under black light, and it is a pretty big centerpiece bowl. I have yet to find anything just like it, but it does sell for a couple of $100s. So I'm going to be listing this most likely on eBay and on OfferUp because I don't think I want to put it on Etsy. I'll check and see, but I am going to be cross-listing this for sure. Oh, and I wanted to mention, I actually had to do 2 purchases at this sale. It was a real wacky one where we had to go in, no bags, no boxes, nothing in hand, and grab whatever it is that we wanted and then pay for it at the door, take everything to our vehicle, and then come back if we wanted to. So at this sale, like I mentioned, I had gotten our numbers in line and we were number 1 and 2. So we were able to go in and pick out stuff, but they did have cardboard boxes inside with other items, and I ended up picking stuff out to put my items in because there was no way I could hold all that stuff. Like, I basically just have 1.5 hands, and I was not about to carry heavy things or anything like that and potentially break anything or hurt myself. So I did end up kind of sneaking through and grabbed a box, and the seller was really nice. He did let me do that. So we did do 2 purchases, but all of this was at the same location. So I purchased quite a few Pyrex pieces and also glass bake. I've never purchased glass bake before. I didn't really know the sale price of it, but it was pretty much a kind of like lot purchase where I put everything aside in one corner, asked the guy how much it would be, and he said $50, which was a steal. So a lot of the Pyrex I picked up is this design here, which is the like Amish butter print. There's quite a few names of it for it, but I did pick up a few pieces. So I got this large Friggy as well as 2 of the small Friggy pieces. None of them have lids, which kind of sucked, but I think it's easier to find the lids than it is the dishes. Jeez. Excuse me. Sorry, mamas. I picked up 2 of the like small Friggies and 2 of the longer Friggies in that print, as well as 2 of the small yellow Friggies for the primary set. So I actually don't think it's part of the primary set, but it is like one of the older sets, if that makes any sense. And then I picked up a Hostess piece, which I think was promotional. So it's this bowl that does come with the lid, and originally it came with 4 little side dishes, I believe. So it was used kind of as like an appetizer dish as far as the research that I've seen. In the first purchase that I made, I got all that Pyrex stuff. This was actually a second from the second purchase, but it was all of the Pyrex, all of the glass bake, and the mugs. And the mugs that I picked up were 4 of the Bailey's like Red Robin mugs, as well as 4 Campbell's mugs. So those were pretty cool. I'll be listing all of that on my Etsy. I do see that they sell there pretty well. Second purchase I made at that estate sale did include this bowl. It also included a uranium glass duck, and that one is also Murano glass, and it glows. Only half of it has uranium glass like through it, but it's really cool. It's blue and green essentially. And I picked up a set of 8 amber little glasses. So these are more for like breakfast or whiskey glasses. Originally that's what they were intended for, but I see that these are pretty popular currently, so I purchased them so that I can list on Etsy for sale, and I believe at this time they're already listed. And I also picked up a juicer, like orange juice juicer, that's made of Jadette, and I think it's by the brand Sunkissed. I'm looking at it right now. It's in a clear container, but again, can't take it out, and also a milk glass, uranium glass goblet thing. So it's milk glass, but it does glow because it has uranium in it. And that was all that I picked up the second time in that estate sale. This next sale was kind of a smaller one for me. I went there because the boyfriend wanted to purchase some things, so I went with him. And the first item I picked up is this really cool US bank. I think it's homemade. So it does have a post office box bank stamp on the bottom. It was made in Austin, Texas. And as you can see, it has a coin slot at the top, and it has these little dial things for you to pretty much put a combination in so that you can open your little box. And I will put those in now and show you. Oh. When you put the combination in, you're able to open the door and then you shut it. And this kind of goes back to like the original setting where everything's up at the top. And it's really cool, really neat. This was only $10. And I think I'm going to be keeping this for myself or as a gift for somebody. It does have a couple of dings here and there, but that's expected for a wooden piece as well as it being a vintage piece. And then the other item, like the big splurge item, is this ring that I purchased. It is a wedding ring and wedding band, or engagement ring and wedding band. It is a 2-piece set. So as you can see, the bottom one is like the jacket and the top is an emerald and diamond ring. So I essentially purchased this set, which interlocks. You put the, ooh, okay. You put this wedding engagement ring into the band, and that's how that goes. Wow, okay. So that's how that goes. And it did come with the original box, which was purchased in Rockford, Illinois. So that was really neat. The history behind this ring is that it was the owner's mother's ring. So the person I purchased from did pass, and this ring belonged to his mother. So it is a, I believe, 1920s or 1930s emerald diamond ring. The next thing that I purchased was a mug. I actually purchased 2 mugs, but the other one is a gift for someone, so I won't be showing it. But I did purchase this mushroom mug that has mushroom soup directions on how to make it. And I'm not sure what the brand is, but it is a Chinese brand, and I have seen these listed on Etsy as well as on eBay. So they are collectible. They're not like high value or anything, but they are collectible. And I picked up this little trinket dish that has a pheasant on it, and it has gold leaf around the trim. It is very beautiful. It's tiny. Oh, there's a Mona hair. It is really small, but it's a beautiful little dish to put like your rings and bracelets and necklaces on your nightstand or like entry table. So I got that. And the last item I picked up is kind of silly, but I saw this and I could not resist getting it. I like very tiny, small, mini things, and they had this little egg holder with a tiny little egg. Oh, hope I don't drop it. Okay. So it's a tiny little ceramic egg that sits on this little egg holder. It's so freaking cute. I really don't know what the point of it is, but I could not leave it. It was too dang adorable. Cute. So I picked these items up, and essentially the most expensive piece was the ring, of course. The next sale that we went to was kind of random. It was just really close by to another one we had gone to. I can't really show what I purchased at that one because, so there were 2 Beverly Hills one. The first Beverly Hills one we went to, I purchased a gift for someone that I don't want to show. And I did end up getting 2 scarves, a leopard print, and this like orange kind of plaid squarish one. But those were essentially to hide the actual thing that I went there to buy. And we went to another estate sale that was like, I don't know, a mile away by the movie star Barbara Rush, or it was her house. I've never seen anything of hers, but she was a big movie star at one point, I believe. So I did pick up 2 little hand embroidered handkerchiefs that she made at some point. They were so sweet and delicate. They have like the lightest pink and white and pale yellow embroidery on them. They're just so cute and sweet that I picked these two up. I think they were $2. I did pick up a roll of wallpaper that I'll use to package the things that I sell for my vintage Etsy, and I have that downstairs, so I'm not going to show it. It's in the garage. And then lastly, I purchased Post-it notes of all things. They were like $2, and I just, saw them and I thought, why not? They're $2 compared to the $5 or whatever I would pay for in stores. So I picked that up there, and there were a lot of beautiful things, but they were very expensive, like too expensive even for Barbara Rush. I would only pay that for like Dolly Parton or something. So we only kind of browsed at that one, and I picked this stuff up. The boyfriend didn't pick up anything, I don't believe. And the very last sale I will talk about is one that we went to in Anaheim on our way home. And I picked up two cookbooks, two big like hardback cookbooks, and then these two little pamphlet ones. These two are both by the brand Family Circle. This back one is Casserole Cookery, and this one is Cookie and Cake Book. Lord, I can't read. So I picked these two up as well as these pamphlet ones. This one is by Kellogg, so the company brand, like the cereal Kellogg. It says Creative Cookery. I'm guessing everything in it has something to do with Kellogg cereal. I didn't really look through it, but I thought it was neat. And then I picked up this Italian cookbook, and it has 160 masterpieces of Italian cookery. So I picked this guy up too. And I find that these like country cookbooks sell more quickly than regular ones like this. So I did already sell a couple on my Etsy that were specific to like Danish cooking and Swedish cooking. So I think this one's probably gonna sell quickly. And then I also picked up this tiny little handkerchief that is embroidered. I don't know, I guess I had a handkerchief phase because I bought those three. But this one, it was just cute, delicate, and it has the original sticker where it says it was made in Switzerland. It is quite dirty, but I think it can be cleaned up pretty nicely. I don't think it was ever used. It still has the sticker, like I said. And then the last few things I picked up were these candles. They were selling them for 10 cents. It ended up being 12 candles, so they gave them to me for $1. 3 of these dark green spiral candles, and the rest are these silver candles. All right, y'all, so that was everything I picked up these past few weeks. I will be going to an estate sale on Black Friday. I don't know if I'll be picking up anything. I'm essentially going with a boyfriend. We kind of make a trip out of it, and we'll go to dinner or lunch while we're out and about in other cities. So I am gonna be going there, and I'll likely have another video in the coming weeks. Thanks for watching.